Wait, how much is the wireless one then?
I'll find out for you if you really want to find out.
Yeah, I don't want to be tethered to your ass.
All right then. He wants the wireless.
Alrighty, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ding, 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 ding.
Is it me or the thing is crooked?
What's crooked? What's crooked? What's crooked?
Tripod's going on this way.
Oh yeah, it is. I'm Cameron, Systematic Homes.
That's weird, bro. I'm Cameron, the Systematic Home.
I am Cameron.
Hello everyone, in this episode we're going to talk about rebar tie. Rebar gun.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Max Rebar gun.
Well, yeah, it sounds like a product endorsement. So
Yes, it is Max Rebar tie. Hello everyone, it's me, Chester from Systematic Homes, and we have the owner slash main contractor of the project, Cameron.
Wow. Wow, never been introduced like that.
Yeah.
Wow, well, thank you, everybody. Wow. Nobody cares.
They care.
Ouch.
Before we start, let's talk about rebar tying. Why is it, and why do we need? What are rebars to start off with? What is it used for?
Rebar is what gives concrete its strength. Because concrete is really strong, yeah, but it's very prone to cracking.
Why does it crack?
Tension, free tension.
Tension. So tension is like the force that
Even compression.
even compression.
Yeah. It can crack. If you apply compression in the wrong place, it will crack.
Like sort of like a reinforcement.
Yeah.
Towards to the concrete strength.
Yeah. If it cracks, that's why there's deformed bars. Because deformed bar has more grab to the concrete. So when it cracks, less likely to separate.
Like manual tying is really good.
Come on.
Like if you're a skilled rebar tyer, you could pretty much do the whole lot, depending on whether you're in time constraints. Daddy's gonna pick you up. Go.
Come here.
Go.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm getting old.
Normally, people who makes rebar cages, how many do they hire?
A lot. There's a lot of laborers, but there's some skilled ones out there. There's some really skilled wire tyers.
Normally, you get like a big team that does rebar tying, especially for
Like our project would
commercial.
Be our project would have been about 7 guys.
In saying that, though, why did you opt out on buying this rather than hiring 6 guys to do the rebar tying?
For me, it was more to do with we already had 3 guys, right?
Yeah.
It was more for you guys to enjoy your bloody work, not go home with a sore wrist. A lot of the injuries happen from repetitive movement. You'll see me with a lot of Martinez hammer because I know the value of those. I got tennis elbow using all the big, heavy hammers because that's how we were raised. Like we were raised back in the construction days. Like you had to have the big hammers. You had to have, you did all that work. You didn't. It was more about macho man style. But being in the construction industry for so long, now I'm upping out for the smarter side of things.
Do you want to show the viewers what our Max Rebar tire look like?
Okay, this I want to point out. See how clean it is? This one when your boys are working with it, this one when you're working with it. This one looks a little bit... You know what the funny thing is? This is only 4 months old. This is how much work this thing's got.
We really put it to its paces.
And it's jammed, but user error jammed. It hasn't jammed because of the gun design yet.
Is it jammed?
No, it hasn't jammed
Oh, right.
Yeah, you know what I mean by when it hits rebar, that's because we haven't put it in properly,
Oh, okay. So it's working fine. Jeez.
Yeah.
Don't scare me like that.
Give me that. When you don't have anything, you improvise.
So, for example, these are your rebars, your 2 rebars you're trying to tie.
And this is meant for D10, right? D10 to D10. How tight that is, and that's not even D10. Because I had a previous model. I don't want to name any names. I had a previous, not this model, another brand. It wasn't tying as tight as what this one ties. But I think that's due to the new technology that they invested in.
What we said on our previous, I was about to say relationship.
Hold up, I'll take that to the camera. Hold up.
Oh, no. I'll just do a close-up one. We're amateurs.
I'm the amateur. He's the pro.
No, we're amateurs. Okay. What we're talking about is like that old rebar tie that you had, or the previous rebar. Yeah. It wasn't old, actually.
I just got rid of it within a month.
It was quite brand new, but you didn't like it because the thickness of the wire was...
I know, the way it tied it, it was just, it loops like heaps, right?
Yeah.
And then it'll try to twist that loop. But that loop wasn't as tight as what this one can get it in. And it's much neater. Like, look how neat it is.
It looked like someone actually did it.
Yeah, like it actually pushes the wire down so you don't hurt your finger when you're going over it.
Or snag over your clothes.
Like, that's what I like about it. It actually pushes the wire down.
Yeah, exactly. The spool from the old one is way different than the spool on this one. I find wires a lot thicker.
Yeah, wires a lot thicker, and then there's the double wire too. Instead of doing it like having one wire going around multiple times and then, doing the loop, this has 2 wire already feeding in. So when it goes around, initially there's 2 wires already there. So you just tighten those 2 wires.
Can you show our viewers on how to plunk one of these things inside?
Oh yeah, brand new. I can show you guys how this is done. Push that, open up that, unwind that so it looks like that. Click it in here. Unwind just a little bit. Close it. And you unhook that. And it should be primed, but since the battery's not charged, I'm gonna borrow one from the other one. This one's charged. Brand new.
This is a lot more cost effective, than the other one, because you don't run through much wires.
If you do buy this to a dealer, I recommend just buy a bulk. It gets cheaper.
Pros and cons. Pros, it's fast. You don't have to pay 6 guys to do.
Yeah, like you don't have to allow for extra labor time frame, and the boys love it. That's another good thing.
Yeah.
Like for me, the morale of the team is pretty important. If everybody's shitty in my team, if I go to my site, in return that puts me in a bad mood too. I'm like, what am I doing?
He already got a lot on his back.
I gotta look after this idiot.
Going on to the safety side, it's like rebar tying takes a lot of toll on your wrists, on your back.
I know, my one's clicking. See?
Yeah, and if you're like fragile as Cameron at the moment, he's got a lot of injury, especially on his left. Right. Yeah, you are the right. your right elbow.
Yeah.
He fell off the ladder, so he can't swing a hammer with his right hand. He can't hold anything with his right hand.
Well, I can, but nothing that heavy. Like this gun will actually take a toll on me in a while. Yeah, see, like that's starting to hurt now. So that's why I'm lefty.
If you're doing a lot of hand movements with a cage, with a mesh, oh
yeah, definitely.
You're gonna feel it. I mean, like, it doesn't matter how fast you are, you will feel that if you're in his case. But yeah, this one, point,
press, bada bing, we're done.
Yeah. Point and pull.
So there's 2 models. This one does, I think from D10 to D16.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 2 at a time.
If you have 2 D16.
Yeah, 2 D16.
Overlapping or...
I want to get the other model where it does from D16 all the way up to D26. 2 of them. So it just... I think everything internally is the same. It just has a more funky jaw.
Like a bigger jaw.
Yeah, like the jaw comes out more like where my index finger is.
Which would come down to our cons. That when we were using this, The problem to that is even though it's fast on the easy spot where you put it in, there are some places where it's really hard to fit the whole machine in. And that's when we have to opt out for hand tying.
Like 80% is done by this, but the 20% that is left over will have to be hand tied.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about like you have to go elbow deep.
Yeah. And imagine if we're at 300 centers, right? Imagine if there's like bars at 300 centers and there's a bottom cage too. So this is like 350, right? So there's one cage here, like one bar here, one bar here. And you're trying to weave this gun in there and then you're trying to get this.
You can't put that in between like two D16s and about this much space.
Yeah.
No. But you can fit your own hand, so that's why we opt to it.
Having another model for the last
extra
15%,
yeah.
like 50, the 5% is always going to be there, the hand tying.
Don't get us wrong, hand tying is still a valid option. It's
still a good skill to have. It's like hand planing versus normal planing. I mean, you don't want to go through 100 meters of hand planing when you can chuck it through a bloody planer.
Yeah.
But there's a little piece, like, you know, you would have a little cabinet piece where you would want a hand plane. So, same philosophy.
Just using the right tool for the right job.
Yeah. Like what I say to the boys, don't become a tool. Use the tool.
Copyright. Pros, it's fast, less risk of injury, cost efficient.
I think ever since I started my company, I believe in the whole thing of having fun at work.
And work smarter.
Yeah, and work smarter. Like, you know how goofy I am around the job site? Yeah. But I don't do anything silly, but I'm just goofy. And it's about having fun. Because why go to work 8 hours a day if you're not going to enjoy it?
Sure.
Sifco New Zealand is the one that brings these guns in from Japan. I know, it's made in Japan. Shout out to Tomo.
Yeah, shout out to Tomo.
Hi, Sensei.
Oh my God, it's a big weed.
But yeah, they're the ones who bring it in from Japan. So they're the authorized sailors in New Zealand.
How do I get my hands on one of these if I have enough money? Sifco New Zealand. Just call them up, talk to your local rep, and they'll tell you all the details.
Yeah, and what deals they got available.
Yeah.
The tool works. It pays for itself.
Especially for someone who's new to rebar tying. Imagine me doing it.
So pissed.
With a two-man team. Oh. Even someone who's new to rebar tying can easily use this and
with minimum training at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And still be efficient.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Big respect to rebar tying. I've seen the guy who just did the record rebar.
Oh yeah, and he's got this like spool on his back.
Like EC, the essential craftsman. Like he does that.
Yeah, like he's got a spool.
That's impressive. It looks beautiful. It's an art.
But it's a skill to be acquired.
Yeah,
years of skills.
Years of experience.
My English is not playing. Yeah, it's years of working to, like, you know, getting up to that speed.
Having one of these in a production level really boosts up your productivity. Just to sum things up, Max Rebar Tire, what do you think? 2 thumbs up. Yeah. Awesome. I learned a lot throughout my course of doing footing, rebar tying. This helped me a lot. Even though I'm still on the basis of learning the different types of tie, which is beneficial for someone who's me, because this one's not always going to be available.
Yeah.
You know, knowing that knowledge is still as important.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're in a pinch, if your project is a month behind from COVID, you just want to get the footing done and put the panels up. Yeah. This is your best friend.
If any questions, please put it down in the comments. Subscribe and like. Wait, to the side.
This side.
There we go.
This side.
We got everything covered.
And check out some of our videos.
We're trying to do the weekly upload, but some days we might, some weeks might be behind.
Yeah, now we'll put on the content for you guys because we care.
And thank you guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.
Okay. Bye.